All right, no filter, because I can't make a video long enough on Snap. And I'm definitely not going to go live on Facebook right now. But all this crap that's going on with the schools, all this crap with like, and it's not even the schools, it's more or less like the elementary school, because we don't deal with that intermiddle school no more. I don't take my kids there. I had to break down and put my child who is in middle school at his father's house so he can get to school from there to Blackwater Middle School because of how bad it is at Aner. But just this whole concept of like war on parents trying to get your kids into the building where you can and can't park, parking on the sides of the freaking highway, like where they're directing traffic to get into the school. The fact that we're not even parking on school grounds pretty much just to walk your kid into the building. It seemed innocent at first, but now that all the other parents are trying to squeeze in that little stretch of road that's like nil big because of the fact that, you know, you'll be truant or they'll send you to court. Like, there is no like understanding anymore. If your kid is late or your kid misses days without an excuse, you are considered truant and they will send you to fucking family court in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. It is ridiculous and it's disgusting. So I can understand why all the parents are like piled up right there at that little stretch of road trying to park, just trying to get their kids in. And then last week it was, you can't park right there. You can't park in the bus lanes on the edge of the road because, oh no, that's the bus lane. And it was a big ordeal. And this week it's parents are parked or whoever they are, because it looked like parents, because I've seen those cars pull up here. And if it's a teacher, then you know what? My bad for assuming. Clearly I'm wrong on that one. If I am, then you know what? You can correct me and I'll take that back. My bad. But at the end of the day, it don't look like those are all parents. Because some of them had trailers hooked to the back of their trucks. And usually teachers that go in there, even if it is a man, they don't have their work trailers to the back of their trucks where they park there. But, you know, they're parked over there on the side where we're not supposed to park. And then that one car that comes through, which I'm going to put all these videos together because Snap only makes like 1 minute videos. But yeah, like you're not supposed to park there. And so for all those cars to be lined up safely where they can park, or that car to come through the parent line and then go straight across that walkway to the bus lane, like that is a big time no-no. And I mean, there's been times in the daytime where the school was closed down or they were already in school and I dropped off paperwork and I went through that little lane, but like, it's becoming, like, I've never seen anything like this. And then this morning when I walked up with the kids and I've had to go talk to one of the administrators, and I mean, you can tell she's probably frustrated with me, or at least they're all trying to watch their P's and Q's because they think I'm going to go on there and blast them. And it's not that I'm trying to blast anybody on social media. I'm trying to bring awareness to what's going on because nobody's saying anything, and parents are getting in trouble just because they don't fit this one size fits all that I've always said. This one size is not one size fits all. It doesn't work that way. It's not that way for everybody, especially single parent homes that struggle to get their kids to school on time because they have multiple children that go to multiple schools that all start within like a 10-15 minute time frame of each other. It's ridiculous. And yes, I will just put it out there. I did call the bus office yesterday and cursed them the hell out. Not that I'm proud of it, not that that's who I want to be, but at the end of the day, when I've called multiple times, this has been over a year long problem of, if you see my truck pulling in that parking lot, do not pull off with the bus. You wait. Like, when did it become such a war to get your kids on the bus? Back in my day, you know, if the bus driver saw you, he'd pull over on the side of the road and let you get in the car. He'd let you get out of the car and let you get onto the bus. Hell, there was one time where my mom missed the bus and it was a field trip day, and she caught them going down 22, and they pulled over on the side of the highway, safely, mind you, to let me on the bus. Like, I don't understand. I understand, like, rules have to be applied, and I understand why rules have to be applied for the simple fact that a lot of parents take advantage of it and ruin it. So I can also understand that. But here, this has gotten insane. This is not okay. It's not okay to say who can park safely, who can't. It's not okay to block the parking lots off in the morning with police officers, so you're forced to go through that long-ass line, so you will be late, so then they can turn around and come after you. And even if you're a good parent and you have a decent home and you do all that you can, they will literally try to take your kids from you and put them into an abusive foster care system. I don't know, maybe because they profit off of it. I just know that Horry County is one of the most corrupt social services that there are, and I've beat these people at least 4 times in court because I'm not a bad parent, because I'm not on drugs, because I'm not any of those things. I'm a good parent who takes care of her kids. I just happen to struggle because I don't have I don't have a lot of financial help. It's just me and my dad. It's not easy. So we live, broke pretty much. We got what we need, but we live broke. It's okay. That's what we got the river for. That's what we got our fire pit for. That's what we got all this land for. You don't got to have a lot of money to have fun. But in this town, apparently, if you don't have money and you're not liked by this town, then you will be chastised. And so I thought it was funny that my son came home yesterday telling me that kids on the bus were talking smack about me to the bus driver, talking about, I wouldn't take no disrespect from that lady. Well, listen here, honey, child, son, whoever you belong to. Maybe that's why your parents need to teach you some better manners instead of running your mouth about adult situations that you know nothing about. And bus driver, you don't need to be talking to kids about it point blank, period. You're a bus driver. And honestly, I did not know that you were the alt bus driver. I did not know that that was who you were because you always be waving at me whenever my son was on the alternative school bus. And I get you like to be on time, but you drive a bus to get kids to and from a building to go to school. You ain't doing that for a paycheck. I mean, you are, but it is a job that you carry children to and from school. So if a child is in the parking lot getting out of a vehicle and you're there to pull off, you fucking wait. You let that kid get on the bus. What are you, Nazi bus driver? I mean, what the hell? What's wrong with you? I am sick to death of not saying anything about this. I am sick of people getting away with their horrible actions and then blaming the parents. Total narcissism. And it's taken over. But at the end of the day, it damn sure will not be a part of my life. And I damn sure will speak up about it. You will not bully me. You will not beat me into submission. You will not scare me with educational neglect or DSS because I got a bomb-ass lawyer. So, next time y'all find yourselves wanting to talk shit about me, why don't you come over here and visit me? Y'all know where I live. It's a small-ass town like I said yesterday. But y'all gonna catch yourselves on the wrong end when you meet me face to face. And that is not a threat because I do not like fighting. I am not one of those people. I don't like running my mouth in front of everybody being like some Billy badass. I don't need to do those things. What I'm saying is factually true and it's not morally okay. That's the reason I'm trying to stand up and say something, to fight for my kids, to fight for my right to live in this town, which is something I've done ever since I've moved here. I pay my bills. I live on my own. I have sole custody of my children with visitation at my discretion. Anybody that knows in the state of South Carolina, that is very hard to get. They don't just grant you that because you're a shit parent. And trust me, I had to fight that in court too. But at the end of the day, all this hooblabbling and talking and blah, 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 blah about me, like, really? Bus drivers gonna sit there and talk to kids about it? Kids gonna sit there and talk to bus drivers about it? The bus office, hell, the bus wasn't even at school. It was en route when this was going on, which means the bus office radioed to the bus to let them know everything I said, because I guess they like to gossip that way. Like, whatever the case may be, you people need to do better. It is sad. Just because we live in a small town does not mean all this gossiping and running your mouths about each other is okay. And it doesn't mean that I'm going to be scared or keep my mouth shut. The more you want to do shit like this and bully me and talk about me, the more I'm going to talk about y'all, but publicly. So remember that. If you want to come have a nice little conversation to my face, be glad to in private. No problem. I will gladly give you that respect if you got enough balls to come and talk to me about it. But otherwise, you are going to hear my mouth if y'all think it's okay to keep treating people this way, because it ain't.